Welcome to Talk Travel with Heather Tate, North Mississippi's podcast for savvy travelers. Talk Travel with Heather Tate is a weekly podcast that airs every Monday on the Shark 102.3 FM radio station based in Ripley, Mississippi, and is then released as a podcast. Travel advisor and travel enthusiast Heather Tate of Whimsical Destinations gives listeners expert travel tips curated through the years of personal and professional experience. By clicking subscribe, you'll have a new travel tip to add to your collection delivered to your podcast library every Monday. Talk Travel with Heather Tate is brought to you by Sun Bear Studio. Sun Bear Studio is a boutique recording studio in the heart of Ripley, Mississippi. When you record with us at Sun Bear Studio, we can mix, master, register, and publish your music, your podcast, or your family story. Email us when you're ready at sunbear@jc.media.
This program was recorded at Sun Bear Studio in Ripley, Mississippi.
Good morning, Northeast Mississippi travelers. This is Heather with Talk Travel with Heather Tate, and I'm so excited to share my adventures and tried and true tips with you, whether you are also a seasoned traveler, a hopeful traveler, or currently an armchair traveler, meaning you're going to follow along with us from home for now. I have been so excited about our 176th episode of Talk Travel with Heather Tate. This is part one of a two-part series of 12 travel-inspired gifts of Christmas. I love gift giving. I do think it is one of my love languages, and I love travel. So this combination to me is one of my favorite episodes, and I have done some variations of this throughout the years now, but this is going to be unique in that I'm giving you 12 different ideas. Think of the 12 days of Christmas, but only 12 travel-inspired gifts of Christmas. So if you have not started Christmas shopping yet, do not despair, because a lot of these are also easy ideas for you. They're quick things that you can do that aren't going to even require you, in some cases, to go shopping to the mall or on Amazon. Now, there's some options for that as well. But if you want some ideas that keep you from going in to town shopping, there's going to be some here for you. So whether you're just starting your Christmas shopping or you need some last minute stocking stuffer ideas, if it looks a little bare under the tree and you want some other ideas and you're just stumped, this is going to be helpful for you. Who is it for? Definitely. If you have a travel lover in your family or in your group of friends, take note, because this would be something very helpful for them. If you have friends and family who seem to already have everything, or you're just stumped, you don't know what to get them. Also, if you have friends and family who are celebrating milestones, maybe they just recently became engaged, or maybe they're graduating from high school or college, maybe they're getting ready to retire. These milestone friends and family members are also ones that will be perfect for a travel-inspired gift. All right, let's get started. Number one, these are in no particular order, but I'm going to say this. One of the best gifts you could ever give your children, your loved one, your significant other, is a gift of a passport. If they don't already have one, maybe they do have one and it needs to be renewed. And it's one of those things that people make it a bigger deal than it actually is, because, you're out $165, all things considered, with a passport. So if that is the stumbling block for traveling, it's going to be hard to get a flight anywhere internationally for less than that. But it's just the mental block of getting a passport that keeps people from even getting started. So if you give them a passport, you're giving them a key to the world. So maybe you have a newborn. When I talked about, milestones, what do you give a newborn for Christmas, that they could actually use? A passport. That's the answer for one of those. So, or maybe, a high school or college graduate, they don't already have a passport. That's the perfect gift. I can't think of a gift that would be better than to give them a passport. All right, number two, you could always gift a flight. Okay, so maybe they don't have a flight picked out yet, or there's not a plan for a flight, so then you can give a gift card for their favorite airline. Delta is my favorite airline, and they have Delta gift cards that you can get through their website, and you can get extra flyer miles sometimes for getting those. Also, you can get gift cards at Sam's Club that you could have an extra benefit by getting them there. So if you don't have a specific flight to book, you can give an airline gift card. Or you can provide the funds for a global entry fee or a membership to an airport lounge. They have annual fees. So if you think, okay, this friend or family member flies a lot, what can I possibly gift them? They would love a gift card for their favorite airline or something related to an airport lounge that they could use. All right, number 3, a trip deposit. Now, of course, you could pay the whole amount if you wanted ahead of time. But if you're talking about traveling anytime in 2026, this is my best tip I'm going to give you today. My best one. If you're planning on taking a trip next year, it doesn't matter if it's right after the new year, if it's right after Christmas, which is going to be difficult booking anything for right after Christmas or even right after the new year this close to time. But then think spring break, think summer vacation, maybe even next Christmas. You can gift the trip deposit now for your friends or family. If you're planning on a family trip, gift it for Christmas. You're doing it anyways, right? Count it as a Christmas gift. You're welcome. Your significant other, you don't know what to get them, but you know you want to go on that sandals trip. You want to go on that all-inclusive Caribbean getaway. Put the deposit down, put the note in an envelope, hang it on the tree, and that is going to be one of, if not their favorite gift this year. Maybe it's for Disney or Universal. Maybe it's for a cruise. So many options. And the deposits are a minimal amount, but sometimes that's all it takes, to inspire, the whole family to go on their next trip. Another thing then, if you've already had a trip deposit booked, you could look at an upgrade. So that goes along with that. So you could upgrade the resort room, the view, the seats. If you already have flights booked, upgrade the seats. That's another really easy gift that you could do. Okay, number 4, excursions on an already booked trip, or a spa treatment or candlelight dinner. So think of the extras. Maybe you already have that trip planned. So you're thinking, I can't gift a trip. I've already got a trip planned. I can't book another one. So how can you enhance the trip that's already booked? Our family every year, one of our big presents to each other is a family trip. This year, we're going to do a Royal Caribbean cruise. We're flying to Puerto Rico. So part of our present to each other would have been our flights, the cruise itself, but also the experiences and the excursions on the trip. Maybe it's a very special restaurant that's going to be included in the trip. That's something that you can gift. If it's something that's going to be really big that you want to add on, make it a gift if you've already booked the trip. Okay, number 5, travel toys. Now, last week, if you listened to our episode all about family biking adventures, I mentioned that bicycles are one of the number 1 gifts that children receive at Christmas. So that's something that you can give for Christmas, and you have the gift that keeps on giving because you can take family trips that involve traveling by bike. Also, a dive watch for your scuba diver in your family, snorkel gear, including fins or a mask, maybe fun inflatables, anything that has to do with travel, like the toys or sports equipment that would go along with a trip that you either have booked or might want to book. Number 6, clothes specifically for a trip. So if you're going skiing or snow tubing or ice skating, you can gift a ski jacket or new shoes if you have a hiker in the family and they want to take some new hiking trips in 2026. Maybe it's simply scarves and gloves or a travel backpack. Lots of ideas there that can be related to future trips already booked or maybe, just in general. So yes, there can be things for the travel-inspired 12 Gifts of Christmas that you can actually unwrap, and that's a good one. That's it for the first part of our 12 inspired travel gifts of Christmas. Tune in next week to complete the list. I hope this has inspired you for the travel lovers in your life for some last-minute Christmas gifts. Wherever you're going this week, whatever you're doing, make it a grand adventure. Life is too short for anything less.
This show is made possible by JC Media, LLC in Ripley, Mississippi. JC Media owns the Shark 102.3 Classic Rock FM radio station where the show is hosted, and Sun Bear Recording Studio where the interviews are recorded. We need your feedback and support. If you listen to the podcast on a player like iTunes, Google Podcast, or Amazon Music, please subscribe to the show and leave us a review. We also have an email in which you can share your feedback. That email is theshark1023@gmail.com. Subscribe to our podcast on your favorite app or stream episodes online at shark1023.com/podcasts. Today's episode was produced by Melinda Marsalis. It was edited by Rick Williams and engineered by Chris Marsalis. The podcast technician is Joyce Grady.